What is going on, everyone? Today I got a unit here. Customer complaint is all the lights in the dash are on, and this is all ABS related. Our check engine light's not on. We have our warning triangle for system failure. There's all our lights for ABS and stuff on. And I also noticed with key on, I got the key on right now, I'm not hearing my ABS pumps, which on this unit it's equipped with a Wabco full power brake system, so those pumps should be going to fill up the accumulators. That's not happening, so I'm gonna say there's probably an issue with the full power brake, either module or pump unit, you know, not getting power or ground, or the unit could be fried itself. So we're gonna get into it and diagnose it. So first thing, hook up to this thing and open Wabco. Okay, well, the main thing I wanted to check for is if we're able to hook up to the ABS module. So thankfully we are, meaning that our power and grounds to the module itself are good, and a data link. So yeah, we have stored codes, existing codes, brake lights on, ABS light, everything's on. So we're gonna see what those codes are, which is pump motor rear operating when not expected. But we also have inactive codes for tone rings and foot brake switch, ECU, ground. So this is a code or an issue where we're gonna find out why this is active and go ahead and fix that, of course with the customer's approval, but then also gotta notify to the customer that there are tone ring codes, because if these come back active after the customer takes it, they're gonna blame us for the same codes coming back even though they're not the same codes. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, diagnose this, get this all fixed up. Oh, there's one of the motors coming active right now. So it looks like the front motor, I'll get rid of that. So there's our motors. Looks like the front motor, yeah, we're at 2000 psi, that's good. Rear isn't even trying to move. So we're gonna go ahead and diagnose this issue, and then we'll see if the customer wants us to tackle those tone ring issues. So first thing we'll do here is just try to activate that motor by itself. So we got rear motor. Yeah, I can't even hear anything. It's not activating. Front motor, you can hear the front motor going. So the rear motor definitely is dead. I'm going to check the fuse, because these are separate fuses, and then I'll check for power and ground at the actual module. So this is on a 2011 International Durastar, also known as the 4300. That fuse right there, as well as that one back in there, are fuses for our ABS pumps. So we're going to check those. So I went ahead and removed the caps off these. I tested for powers on both sides, got good solid 12 volts even under load. I removed these to check to see if any of the pins are burnt. They're all good. So I'm going to put this back together, and I'm going to go down at the pump module and ECU to test to see if I got the powers from these relays getting sent down there. Okay, here we are under this truck. I'm under the left side, right behind the fuel tank there, inside the frame rail. There's our pump module and ABS ECU right there. They're kind of connected. This thing looks pretty rough. I wouldn't be surprised if this is bad, but we'll find out. So how they kind of have this is weird. The front pump is this connector here, this standalone 2-wire connector, and the rear pump is in here in the main connector for the ABS module. So unfortunately we have to remove the big one, which hopefully it's not seized up, but it looks like it might be not too bad to get to. So I'm going to remove that and then test our power and ground to the rear pump, and I'll show you which pins those are. So to disconnect this connector, you got to pull this out, and then it will push this back. So I'm going to see if I can do it here with one hand. I still got the key on. But stick with my light. Doesn't matter because we could clear the codes and stuff anyway. So we'll get the connector out, check for corrosion, signs of moisture. Looks good. Alright, let me get my multimeter and we'll test for power and ground. Okay, according to the wiring diagram, you're gonna have this pin as the rear pump power. Gonna skip this, and this pin here is gonna be the rear pump ground. So this is for the power there. And this one is ground. So we're just gonna test for the power and ground between these two pins and see what we got. Okay, so I'm hooked up there. As you can see, I got a solid 12 volts. And when I load it up, we only dropped 0.2. So that's telling me all the circuits up to here are good. So the issue is between this module and this pump assembly. But this all comes as one unit. So we're gonna go ahead and replace, or get authorization to replace this whole HPB. Because that's what our problem is, because our rear pump's not working. So yeah, it needs a whole new unit. I'm gonna spray these with lubricant while we wait for authorization, because it doesn't look like they're gonna be too pretty coming out, and go from there. So I decided to just check tone rings on these rotors, since we had the tone ring codes. As you can see, they're really rotted. So I'm gonna suspect that the exciter rings around these for the speed sensors are all corroded and rotted. So this thing's gonna need all brakes. Also gonna quote pads, rotors, and speed sensors, because yeah, that's definitely not good. Yeah, these brakes are shot.